Hello, hello, hello. Sorry I'm a bit late. Just setting up to do a quick little paint pouring with you guys tonight. So come on in. Sorry about that. As you can hear, I'm not feeling at 100, but I decided not to cancel. I'm following through. And so we'll hang out. We'll do a quick little paint pour. You can ask some questions, whether you're on the live with me or if you're watching the replay later. So I'm just going to grab my supplies. So what I usually do is I cover my surface with some wax paper. I'll use a bigger piece. With some wax paper, I'm going to use some of the froggy tape or painter's tape. I'm just going to secure it onto my work surface. So a little bit of tape at the top. And a little bit of tape at the bottom. There we go. I'm going to grab one of my little easels. I'm using a little 5 by 7, so 5 inches by 7 inches. Nothing major. And then I'm going to grab my paint. And tonight I'm just going to use the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. Oh, I got some white. I'm just using regular acrylic paint that I get from Dollarama. We don't have Dollar Tree here in Quebec. So I'm just going to use Deco Art, and I get it at my Dollarama, and they're $1.50 for a bottle. So I'm just looking for another bottle of yellow. So I have my yellow. I'm using yellow, red, and blue, and maybe some black and white. I'm also going to be using some water and some silicone or oil. The Twinsy, welcome. Thank you for coming by. We're just doing some acrylic paint pouring. I'm just going to do maybe 1 or 2 little paintings on a 5 by 7 canvas. I just need to get some more yellow. So, like I said, I'm doing yellow, red, and blue, and black and white. So in my cups, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. I'm going to lift the camera up a little bit more so you get a better view, since it really wouldn't let me go vertically. So let me know if you can see the whole canvas, which is perfect. Okay. And I'm going to get a little bit of water and my silicone. So silicone I'm using is just WD-40. And I had just put the WD-40, I sprayed it from the actual can into these little bottles here. So that's that. And then I'm also going to get a little bit of water in one of my cups, and then we're good to go. Fika, welcome. Let me know where you guys are from. This is not going to be a very long live. I'm not feeling at 100%. I've been sick all week, but I did not want to cancel. So in this one, I'm going to put a little bit of water. Not too much, just a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. Let me know what area you guys are from. I'm in Montreal, Quebec. And for those of you who don't know my regular voice, this is my sick voice. But I'm trying to stay true to myself and true to you guys. And if I say I'm coming live, I'm going to go live. May not be for long, but at least I'm live. So everybody come on in. Say hi, let me know where you're from. And so now we're going to add the colors to the cups. Now some of the colors, which I say I'm using the primary colors of yellow, red, and blue, some of them I'm going to add water to, and some I'm going to add oil. And the oil is just regular WD-40 that I sprayed into little bottles. So for now I'm going to take the yellow. That one doesn't have enough. We don't need a lot. So a little bit of yellow. They're kind of cold. They were in my car for a while. So I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to find another yellow. But while that one's doing its thing, I'll get the blue out. Oop, that almost went everywhere. So we're going to do a bit of blue. And not too much because I am using a small canvas. My canvas is only going to be 5 by 7 inches. So we're going to do a little blue in there. I'm going to get the red. Put the blue over. I'm going to do the same thing with the red. So these were in my car. Doesn't sound too great, but they were in my car. It was kind of cold outside, so because they are water-based paints, they might be slightly frozen. So the red is done. I'm going to look for another yellow. So yeah, let me know where you guys are from. This yellow seems to have a bit more in it. Oh, there we go. It's coming out. It is somewhat frozen. Okay, we're good with the yellow. All right, so I'll close that one up after. Let me get my popsicle sticks. And we can get the pouring. So, have any of you guys done any acrylic paint pouring before? Hi, Sigma or Riz, welcome. I was just getting the paint into the cups. I got the popsicle sticks right now. So I got my yellow and my red and my blue. Let me see if I can, oops. Just wanted to see how much I can zoom you guys in. So now I'm going to add water to 2 of the colors and silicone, which is just oil, to 1 of the colors. So a little bit of water here in the yellow, because it's the thickest one. As I said, I had left the paints in my car, so they kind of froze. So we'll take this yellow, and we're going to mix it, and I'm going to show you the consistency that I'm going to need. It's going to need to like kind of just run off of the popsicle stick. So there you go. Let me just move these out of the way before I knock them over by mistake. There you go. So it's a little chunky, like I said, because it was in my car. But it seems to be working out. So we'll go up. Still a bit too thick, so we're going to add a bit more water. And we'll have a little mix here. There we go. And then this should be good enough now. Yeah. I believe that this should be okay. It should run off my stick. Perfect. So the yellow is done. We're now going to do the blue. So the yellow and the blue are the 2 with water. And I may have put a bit too much water in the blue one. So it's always easier to add more paint than it is to take out the water. So we're going to add a little bit more paint into the blue, so that's not as runny. You need it just to be a little bit thicker. There we go. So we're going to go mix that one too. you make sure you get all the sides of your cups, the little crevices. If you have cups that have little crevices like this, you want to dig in there too, because you want to make sure that you're mixing all of the paint. So you're going to do this again. Oh, that was perfect. And now with the red, which I should add a bit more red. Let me just grab another one that has more. There we go. This one's slightly full. Okay, that should be enough red. So with the red, we're going to add silicone. So silicone could be any oils. I like to use WD-40. You can use baby oil. The reason why I'm adding the oil to it is because I want to have an effect that's called cells. Cells are these little, it's where the water and the oil don't mix, because acrylic paint is water-based. And as you saw, I put water in the other ones. This one is still going to be water-based, but it's going to have a few drops of oil in there, just to give it a different kind of texture, or visual texture. Sorry, any little noise you hear is my little kitten. She wants to go outside, but it's too cold. So, as you can see, it's still thick. And because it's very thick, we're still going to add a little bit of water with the oil. Now, this is just what I do. Not a lot of people will mix the oil and the water in with the paint. I want to see if you guys can see that. Just want to get all the sides, get all the oil. Now, there's different ways to make these things called cells. There's a, they're called mediums, so it's extra stuff that you would add to the paint. There's a Floetrol, which is another medium that you would add to your paint to get cells. Some people use baby oil, some people use water. You can just use basic water. You can use dish soap. There's many different techniques or many different additives that you can add to your paint to get these things called cells. And I'll show you what a cell looks like, and hopefully, not because I'm going live that we won't get them. Ignacio Reyes, welcome. Jeff Retro Gamer, welcome. All right, so that should be that. So now what you do, after you have all your paint mixed, let me just take all these popsicle sticks out of here now. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Just gonna clean off all these popsicle sticks off to the side. Oh, something happened. Oh, I hope you guys can see me. Just like that. Give me 2 seconds. There seems to be an error on my phone. And I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. So here. No, we seem to be fine. Sorry about that. All right, so to continue now, I can watch you guys on my other device. Perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the different colors in a separate cup. So there's nothing in this cup. There's no water, there's no paint, there's no silicone. I'm going to start off with a bit of yellow. Put some yellow in there. I'm going to put some red. So remember, the yellow has water, the red has the water and the silicone. So a bit of red. Grab blue. And let me know if you can't really see anything. I did not mix anything in the white or the black, and I'm just going to add a bit of that into my little mixture too. Just in between some of the layers. So I'm going to get some black as well. Oh. in between the colors, I'm just going to randomly throw in some black and white just for some contrast. So when I'm pouring, you get to see all the colors. So we did yellow, red, blue. Let's do a bit of red again. So the little monster you hear in the background is Pepper. And she's not even a year old, so you might see her zoom by. And we'll do a bit of blue here. Splash of red again. And I'm going to do a little drizzle of black. Nothing major. And let's do that yellow, because I think the contrast with the black and yellow. So I'm going to do what is called a dirty pour, I guess. There's so many different terminologies. I've been doing this for years, and I don't really follow any rules. I just go with what I feel like doing. Oops. Oh, see what I mean? Let's see here. Yeah, there's no rhyme and reason to acrylic paint pouring. You'll see on different channels that they have a technique. They follow certain rules or guidelines. For me, acrylic paint pouring is just something just to be carefree with and have fun and just be expressive. I did have a class yesterday I taught to about 30 people. What did we do last time? We did black. So let's throw some white in here. So you see how the mixtures are layered? The colors are layering. So we're going to do this. A bit of white on top. And we're going to finish off the colors. So we finished with yellow. Let's put some red in here. And we're just going to finish off the cups. So the red is going to be done. Move that to the side. We'll finish off the blue. Sorry for seeing only my hand. The blue should be almost done. Then we'll finish off with the yellow, which I do believe is almost done anyways. And then again, we'll put a bit of white with a splash of black. Now, there are so many different things that you can do with acrylic paint pouring. You can dip a piece of yarn in it and drag it through your paint, and you get these beautiful, like, they look like flowers, or same thing with a chain. Sorry about that. Some people dip balloons in it. Like, there's so many different things that we'll be doing throughout. I won't call it a series, but on and off, I'll be jumping on here and doing some pouring with you guys. Now, what I usually do is I put some paint on my canvas as well. So I do believe I'm going to put some white. Because it's so thick, because it is somewhat frozen, we'll move it around. It doesn't matter that there's some pink or red at the bottom. And I'll clean my hand off. And now for the fun part. The actual pouring. So that's what it looks like before. And then this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go in circles. So a little circle here. You see the different colors. And because I don't really see enough red, I'm going to pour out some of the red on it. Just like this. Isn't that beautiful? So this is the before. Let me just put this cup down and... Oops, sorry about that, guys. I just need a piece of napkin. Clean up here a little bit. So I'm going to let that sit there for a few seconds. I'll bring you guys back down so you can see. I think it's beautiful as is, but we're not going to leave it like that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to move the canvas along. I don't move it too quickly. I do want the paint to go to all corners. So we'll turn it this way too so that it can come down this way. And I want it to go down here. On this side. It's looking so pretty. You just basically control where you want the paint to go. So I just need to go to that little corner there. And now we're going to want it to come to this corner here. So there's a little corner here, so I'm just going to tap it. And then I'm going to put my hand underneath. And yes, it's somewhat messy, but I don't mind messy crafts. And then we're going to have the paint go down here to this section. We're going to tap over here because we want to make sure we get that side. We're going to turn it around a little bit. Now the reason why I'm tapping it, I'm not dragging it, is because I just want the paint to connect with my finger and it will find its own way. So the same thing here. I'm just tapping. It'll find its own way. Worst comes to worst, you just touched your paint that fell, the little drips, and you can tap wherever you need to tap. I see that I'm missing paint on the top here, so we'll tap on the top. I'm going to want it to run down here a little bit more. Now the paint's kind of slow because there's not that much left on the canvas. So I want you guys to see how pretty it looks. So these little circles here are cells. That's where the oil and the water didn't mix. Oh, is that white or is that pink? I need some more of this paint to come off. Now I don't mind what the back looks like because it's going to end up in a little frame. What I usually do is I go to the Dollarama because like I said, we don't have Dollar Tree in Quebec. And this is a 5x7 canvas. So I'll get like a 5x7 frame. I'll take out the glass and I will put this in the frame. Now this one didn't make too many cells. They're there. They might pop out when I put some heat. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down for a second. And I'm going to go and grab my a little lighter. I'm going to try to put this where there's not too much paint so you guys can still see it. I'm going to go grab my lighter and we're going to see what happens when we add a little bit of heat to it. So I'll be right back. Let me just go clean off my hands. So I am back. Sorry about that. You guys have any questions? I got my lighter. So what we usually do with the lighter is we kind of heat up the canvas to see if we can get any cells, any cells to pop up. I'm trying to do this so that the camera does not fall. Let's see here. Are you ready? Let's see what happens. Oops. I think that lighter's locked. We locked it. There you go. So some of the cells, I usually use a heat gun too, but oh, there we go. We're popping some cells. You also don't want the painting to catch on fire. So you see with the heat started some of the cells. I think maybe we'll try the heat gun next time, but the cells will start coming out. Let's see if we can get any over here. So we have some cells forming here and some here, a little bit here. So let's see what happens if we blow. Oh, let me see if I can get a straw. So you can use a straw, you can use a heat gun, you can use whatever tools you have on hand. I'm going to use a straw and see what happens. Oh, more cells popping out. I find it's too blue over here, so. We'll try from the other direction as well. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. I'll bring you down a little lower so you can see it better. I think that's a good shot for you guys. Sorry about that. So just from the simple colors of red, yellow, and blue, a bit of black and white, you can see a whole bunch of different little details. I'm trying to bring you down without the camera falling into the paint. Let's zoom you guys in a bit more. There you go. So that's basically it for acrylic paint pouring. I'll hop on another live, maybe probably Monday or Tuesday. So put your notifications on. Please comment if you're watching the replay. Let me know if you've tried acrylic paint pouring. It's just simple acrylic paint with some water or some oil. Like I said, this was a very quick live. I'm trying to be more present in 2025. So engagement's always welcome. You know, a couple thumbs up, some comments, always appreciated. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.